Welcome to Find Time to Save Time, Social Media Tips and Tricks. This is a webinar, and I am Danna Crawford. You can find more information about me online. You can just Google my name, or you can visit me at my website. Excuse me. You can find me at powersellingmom.com. I've been an eBay seller for 18 years, and I've been with Constant Contact since 2007. And I'm what's called an authorized local expert. There's only a few of us in Florida, and I'm very proud to be one. I teach people how to do email marketing, and it complements every single business, including eBay. You can find me on Facebook. It's Danna Crawford 1, the number 1, and Twitter, Danna Crawford, and then there's my email address. So I want to encourage you, if you have questions as I'm going along, feel free to type them in the question box, and then at the end of the presentation, I will answer them. Or if you notice that I have answered your question already as we go along, then you can delete it from the question box. Just makes life a little easier and organized, because we're about saving time, and that's why we're here today. Well, why are you here today? We are all here today for different reasons, but by now, most of you are aware that social media can have a large impact on your business. But finding the time to actually do your social media? Whoops, I got to shut my phone off. Finding the time to actually do your social media is a challenge that most businesses face. However, we know you're eager to find the time. So we asked a group of Constant Contact partners how important social media marketing was to their business. And a astounding 78% of them said it was incredibly important to market using social media. Okay, how do we find the time? How do you manage running your business along with social media demands and still have time for other activities and a life of your own, right? This is where I come in. I'm here to help you save time implementing an effective social media strategy and help you to execute it in a timely manner. Taking time out of your busy day, out of your busy morning to save time now taking time out of your busy day to learn how to save time may sound counterintuitive, but the tips and tricks I'm going to share with you today should save you a lot more than the 40 minutes it's going to take me to run through this presentation. So you will have time later to learn how to save more time for the future. And saving time will also help you save money. According to small business owners like yourself and a survey conducted at Constant Contact, the estimated value of an hour in your day equals $273. Now that's crazy, right? My hope is to help you save time while doing your social media so that you can benefit from social media and benefit from having more time in your day to do other things for your business. Now I'm going to take time to have a drink of coffee now and then. Okay. The agenda. Today we're going to talk about what curating content is, why it's important to your social media strategy, and the best ways to save time while curating great content. Next, we'll discuss the what, why, and how of using social media management tools. Then we'll talk about how you can utilize your events to create relevant content to your audience. And we'll then discuss what apps you can use on your mobile devices to be social, even on the go. And finally, to ease your mind, when it comes to social media, we will be giving you tips on how to stop overthinking your content. We will first be covering curating content, and I'm sure some of you are wondering, what the heck is that? Curating content. Curating content. If you say that real fast, it's kind of hard to say. But curating content is simply the act of sharing content written by someone else to increase the amount of information you're sharing with your target audience. And before I forget, see that star by the definition? That's there to remind me of a very important part of curating content. You must give credit back to the author. Curating content is a practice you will find all major brands using in their social media, email communications, and sometimes even on their websites. And it can really help you build your social brand too. Oh, and before I move on, I don't want to forget to give credit. This particular definition came from contentcurationmarketing.com. So I didn't make that up. That's actually a site out there that created this term. So you can learn more if you want to visit them, but I will give them credit because that is where we learned about it. We have all been told since grade school that plagiarizing is wrong, wrong, wrong. And many small business owners worry that if they're sharing someone else's content, they're plagiarizing. But giving credit to the original author, like you see in the examples on your screen, is the correct way to curate content. Use words like via or by with the author's handle to give proper credit on Twitter, and tag individuals by using the @ sign on Facebook. Giving credit is a point we'll be covering throughout this session. So there are many reasons why curated content should be a large part of your social media strategy. The first is the very real fact that there's just not enough time in the day to create the amount of content you'll need for your social media presence. So let's say your business has a presence on Facebook and Twitter. Best practice says you should post on Twitter 1 to 2 times per day and tweet between 5 to 9 times per day. This means you're posting a minimum of 6 pieces of content a day. And let's be honest, who has time to write 6 different pieces of content when running a business? You don't have time to write content on every topic related to your business, but you can combine others' efforts to a wide range of content for your viewers. So we're going to use one of Constant Contact's authorized local experts, Maria's Twitter feed, as an example in a minute. But ideally, someone should be able to come to any one of your social media channels and find all the information they could ever want about your industry. And it's harder to become a one-stop shop if you're only sharing the content that you create. Sharing content that others create enables you to share others' perspectives about your industry and allows you to talk about other things that go beyond your area of expertise. Expanding and sharing content in this way makes you the one-stop shop, providing a variety of industry-specific content for your readers. So, now that you know what a one-stop shop is when it comes to curating content and why it's important, let's look at Maria's Twitter feed. Maria includes articles that she's found around the internet that she thinks her audience would be interested in. And notice she always includes the handle of the author. She retweets people she's following and includes a comment to continue building their relationships with her followers. And she promotes things that are going on in her world too. So Maria is a great example of how your social media channels can be a one-stop shop with the right amount of curation. Another important attribute of curating content is the opportunity it provides to help you build influential relationships with others in your field. So one of the biggest advantages to social media, especially Twitter, is the ability to grow relationships with people you wouldn't be able to reach otherwise and expand your network. When you share someone else's article and give them credit by tagging them, they receive a notification that you've mentioned them and will probably look to see who you are and what you're sharing. If they like what they see, this can turn into a great relationship of you sharing their content and them sharing yours, what I'm now calling the "you scratch my back" theory. Relationship building should be one of the main reasons for using social media, and curating content is a key element in doing that. So now you can see why curating content is important, but the idea of doing it may seem a bit tedious. So finding the time to post is one thing, but finding the time throughout the day to search the internet for good content is another. That's where RSS Readers come in. RSS Readers are a tool most social media community managers use to save time, and with good reason. An RSS Reader allows you to add blogs and publications, examples, social media today, and enjoy your reader. Once you add a bunch of different publications, you only have to go to one URL, your RSS Readers URL, to see the newest posts from all blogs and publications you included in your reader. So this basically means that you could do more or all of your curating from one destination. Now that's saving time. All right, I'm saving time by shutting my phone off. There are many RSS readers out there, but my favorite is called Feedly, mainly because it's easy to set up your account. As you can see, it's as easy as just connecting it to one of your social networks. Adding content is as simple as searching your topic or blog name. You would just type it in the search, and the interface is incredibly easy to navigate, organize, and add new feeds. It can all be done and found in the left navigation. There are many different readers out there. Feedly is one, but regardless of what you choose, RSS readers are a great tool to help you save time with your social media efforts. One that I don't have a screen on, but if you want to just write it down, that I use, it's called twitterfeed.com. Twitterfeed.com. And it's one that I use on a regular basis, so you might want to check out that one as well. And for those of you that were at my presentation in Las Vegas last week, I actually did include TweetFeeder in that as well. So if you are using it, give me a shout out, give me an email, because I want to hear how it's going. Okay, so however, RSS readers are not the only tool you can use to curate content. There are plenty of other tools. Let's see. Google Alerts enables you to set up alerts for keywords relevant to your audience. A daily email will then be sent to you with a collection of articles that include those keywords found around the internet. And I use Google Alerts a lot. You would just go to google.com/alerts and to set up your keywords and email frequency. And while you're there, for one side note, I actually have created a separate email in Gmail dedicated to Google Alerts so that my business email is not bombarded. So that's just a little friendly tip. And then you can, when you set up your Google email, you can also forward it to your main email, and then that way you can still put them in folders. So if you need help on that down the road, I can help you. All right, email newsletters Well, this is a great tool to see who's talking about your business. Definitely. Google Alerts. You might want to also put in your search with your business name, so then you can see who's talking about you behind the scenes. Email newsletters are a great way to find content, so be sure to subscribe. You probably have a few different newsletters you're subscribed to, and if you're interested in the content included in that newsletter, more than likely your audience will be too. So you can share it on your social channels, but again, make sure to give the author credit. And don't forget your social media feeds. At any given moment, there are tons of articles and ideas being shared on your social media channels. So if you find something you think your audience would like, just share it with them on your channels. The best part is retweeting or sharing your followers' content. It's a great way to increase the amount of content you're posting and can absolutely be a part of those 6 to 9 posts a day I talked about earlier. So the main thing is don't forget to give credit. We've talked about where to find the content to use on your social media channels and how an RSS reader can help you save time. But how do you easily input the content you find into your strategy? Social media management tools will help you organize your content in one place, and you can even schedule your posts all at one time. So I do this a lot. The benefit of social media management tools can be varied based on the platform you decide to use, but for the most part, most allow you to sit down and schedule your social media content, everything from Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Google, and more. I love the scheduler system. I can schedule all of my tweets, all of my posts for the entire month, entire year, however, 6 months, however I want to, how far I want to go ahead, and I can schedule them all in the first couple days of the month. And it makes my life so much easier. For example, you could sit down and schedule all of the holidays for the next year and create your posts, wishing everybody a happy Father's Day, happy Mother's Day, happy Merry Christmas, happy whatever. You could set those up for the entire year in just a couple days, and I can do it in one day actually if I just concentrate on all the holidays. And wow, does that make my life easier? And then I'm in the little habit of scheduling my posts to go out on the hour. So my strategy is when I schedule posts, say I have a post going out, I don't know, what's the next holiday? July 4th. So July 4th, it'll go out at, say, 5 in the morning, wishing everybody a safe and happy 4th of July, Independence Day. And I would schedule it at 4 in the morning. I may schedule another one at 7 in the morning and another one at 9 in the morning. And my point is I schedule them on the hour, so then down the road, if I'm actually on my cell phone or I'm at my computer and it's like, oh, I want to send out a tweet about this, I'll look at the time and I'll know that I won't interrupt a tweet that's going out on the hour, that I'll send it on the half hour or quarter after or whatever, just so that I don't double tweet. Just a little side note tip that works for me. All right, there's nothing that will help you save more time than the ability to respond, retweet, and share social media posts all in one platform. Checking your management platform once a day puts you on top of the social media inquiries, praises, and engagement. But I'll be honest with you, I don't check mine every day. I check mine every couple of days. I actually have it on my calendar what days to check. So know which content works and which doesn't by looking at your analytics. Most platforms offer some form of analytics, and they're usually pretty easy to set up and comprehend. So let's take a deeper look into this analytics. So Hootsuite is a great example of social media management tool that can help you do the 3-4 mentioned things: schedule, engage, and get analytic reports on one platform. And Hootsuite is my favorite tool. One of the best features when using a management tool is the ability to schedule your posts in advance, as I mentioned earlier. This can help you for everyday posting as well as when you're building a campaign. You can schedule for many different social media accounts, whether you're using different messages or one message across several accounts. And you can see all scheduled posts and edit the time and day these posts in one convenient place. So don't be afraid to hit the schedule button, because you can easily come in here and reschedule or even delete your posts, and that seriously comes in handy. You also want to remember to go back and engage with ongoing conversations. Social media is supposed to be social, so don't just push out information. Get in there and have conversations. I like to check mine on my phone. It just makes it a little bit easier because that's where that's in my hand most of the time. And you can also have those conversations without having to go from Twitter to Facebook to Google+. You can see who's talking to you and talk back to them using a social media management tool like Hootsuite. And another great example of a management tool is called Market Me Suite. Market Me Suite was created to simplify the small business owner's social media efforts. And like Hootsuite, it does have the 3-4 mentioned things: scheduling, engaging, analytics. So remember when we talked about using your social media contacts to curate content? Social media management tools like this one make curating content much easier by showing all the conversations in one place. As you can see, these Facebook and Twitter feeds are being displayed at the same location. So this helps you monitor all networks without having to hop from channel to channel. I can see them under one roof, as you might want to say. There are Facebook integrations that allow you to comment and like, click, as well as Twitter integrations, so you can retweet or reply or direct message within the platform. And this is also true for both Hootsuite and Market Me Suite. We know that you have many things to keep track of, and that's why one tool for all your social media interactions can easily save you time. You'll find it much easier to keep track of everything going on in your social media world once you begin using one platform for all channels. If you use an RSS reader and a social media management tool, now you only have to go to 2 places to do most or even all of your social media. It just makes life so much easier when you have it all under one roof. Using the analytics feature within your management tool can help you figure out what content is really what works with your audience by seeing how many clicks each one of your posts or tweets receive, as well as how well your engagement is growing. It's nice when you can see the total retweets. You can see which topics are popular, which ones are working, and mentions over a period of time. This helps you see if one week was better than the last. You can also see if there was a large amount of mentions or retweets by looking at the peaks and valleys of the graph. You can go back and see where the peak came from and create similar content to continue the engagement increase. And the best feature is the ability to see how many clicks each one of your tweets with links received. So this can help you to determine what content your audience is consuming and what they're not so interested in. If you're not looking at this information, you're truly shooting in the dark. Know what content your audience is interested in and utilize that content to continue sharing what they're looking for and will voluntarily consume. The other good thing is you can use this content over and over again. Notice How the second most clicked tweet was a repeat of the fourth click with just most popular added. That's right. You can actually use popular content again, and don't be afraid to mention its popular piece by starting with the words most popular or using the hashtag most popular. Oops, I wasn't done there. Go back. All right, so you should be able to see it better now. You'll notice that these 3 tweets are only 3 days apart. So that is okay because this handle, the tweets 10 times a day. The frequency in which you can post the same content is relevant to your posting frequency. So make sure you're only repeating content if there's been enough time in between posts. So if you use an RSS Reader and a social media management tool, now you only have to go to 2 places, and again, makes it easy. All right, now you know how to gather content for your social media channels and how management platforms can help you easily distribute that content as well as engage with your followers and fans in one place. But did you know that your events are a great place to find content ideas? In the next section, we'll talk about development, specific ideas for creating content around what's going on at an event you run or speak at. There's a lot of content at events that you can use to build your social presence, even events like this one today, this little webinar. You can use the conversations that go on at your event or webinar, the questions you're asked, the content from presenters to build all kinds of content from your business. So Heather Jackson, a regional development director at Constant Contact, quotes the other speakers at her event, which is a great way to support the speaker. She even uses apps to add the speaker's quotes to the images to draw attention. Heather uses word swag to the text to add the text to this image, but that app does cost $2.99. For a free version, try out Overgram. It allows you to also easily add text, but it's free, but there will be a watermark at the bottom of your image. When quoting, always make sure to tag the speaker in your post to give them credit and let them see that you're giving them some special love. Notice that this image came directly from the event. Heather uses her mobile device at every event. Your phone or tablet is your best friend. Take pictures, ask attendees to participate in a quick 1-minute video, or use apps like Heather did to create images during the event. Whether it's an event or an event you're attending, you can easily find business connections at events on social media. So create a Twitter list with all who use the event hashtag. Make it easy to keep track who you're actively engaged, and take it one step further and follow up with those attendees a week or so after the event and ask them questions or just tell them how nice it was to meet them. You are an expert in your field, and the people at the event you attended probably have similar expertise. Share your expertise before, during, and after your event. Your similar interests are a great way for you to connect with event attendees. If you're running your own event, make sure to let people know about your hashtag throughout the process. And use images, questions, and topics mentioned during the event at the base of your next blog or social media post. You can use their answers and pictures and reuse them. That's another great thing. There are many different ways. One thing I wanted to mention, when I do my events, like when I was in Vegas speaking last week, I actually scheduled all my tweets to go out while I was speaking. So I scheduled them before I left, and then I put, Danna Crawford or whatever. I put speaking about curating content, speaking about time management. And my topic was actually time management for eBay sellers. And so I took some quotes from my presentation and scheduled them to tweet out during the presentation. So you can set that up ahead of time. It's really a cool way to put more information out there. All right, so there are all kinds of options out there these days to help you curate content, manage your social media, and do the things on the go. But what should you use? Now I'm going to talk about some of my favorite apps that help me save time engaging in social media. These apps have both iOS and an Android version, so I have you covered. Curating content should be a very important part of your social media strategy, and it can become very time-consuming if you're not using the right tools. So there are many apps out there that can help you curate content on a mobile device, but for the sake of ease, I'm going to stick with just a few. So Feedly, the curation platform we talked about earlier, has an app that allows you to easily curate content on a familiar platform on the go. If you're using Feedly on your desktop, you want to make sure to download the app to all of your mobile devices because it will work because it will look very similar to what you're used to using. And find content even quicker by organizing your reader. This will allow you to share the right information with your audience at the right time because you can quickly find an article on the topic you're looking for. When you click on the categories you create and organize, you'll see individual posts from the blogs you've added to that category. Flipboard allows you to create a personal magazine to help curate content. Choose your favorite social networks, publications, and blogs to view all in one pleasing platform. This is especially impressive on a tablet. It makes finding content fun, and it no longer feels like work. We don't want it to feel like work. Subscribe to different magazines to get real-time updates when a new piece of content is created and share it with your Flipboard and other social networks. So this can easily be done by clicking on the plus signs next to a magazine story, and that will help you to curate the content. Now, though it's not an app, it's a very helpful browser extension. A browser extension is an app added to your internet browser that allows you to extend your experience with an add-on or a plugin. So this one's called Hootlet. Hootlet allows you to schedule a post directly from the page you're trying to share, and you'll save more time than you imagine when you no longer have to copy and paste the URL of an article you're trying to share. MarketMe Suite also has a similar tool called Bookmarklet. So even if you choose MarketMe Suite, you can still save time with extensions. So here's how it works. First, when you find a page on the web you would like to share with your audience, click on the Hootlet button. And it's located on the top right-hand corner. This is on your browser. And this will allow you to shrink your link. Shrink your link. And it will populate with the social posts. The content of the social post will pull from the name of the article or page you're sharing. So you may want to switch it up a little and add your own flair once you change the title, be in your own voice. You can schedule or send the tweet right away from that page. No more hopping around the internet, because that's what we want. We want to make life easier. So I mentioned a couple social media management tool systems that you can use to schedule content, engage without leaving the platform, and get analytics. But you can actually do this on a mobile device too. We talked about how to use Hootsuite, and it's important enough to mention again, you no longer have the I'm on the go too much excuse because Hootsuite comes with you with their app. The Hootsuite app can get cluttered, so if you have more than one social account, make sure to create a tab under the Edit feature and name each one individually. to make it easier to view the retweets, mentions, and comments all in one place. Just a friendly tip there. Another great automation app you can use is Buffer. It gives you scheduling capabilities and reporting, but the plus for this one is that it allows you to put evergreen content, which is content that is relevant no matter when it's published, into a queue to easily share later. This can make your social posting even faster. Find content even quicker by using Buffer's suggestion tool. You can set up topics you're interested in receiving, and Buffer will add articles they find around that topic. They'll even shrink the link and add the handle of the author, so all you have to do is pick a time and schedule the tweet. How easy is that? The Market Me suite, the management platform I mentioned earlier, is working on a mobile app, so be on the lookout for that to come out as well. I know that was a lot of information, so take a minute and just let it sink in. Have a drink of coffee. Okay. Now, this last section is all about how social media is supposed to be fun and casual, so overthinking will just hurt your overall brand. You want to be personable, and it's hard to do that when you're thinking about every single word. It's easy to overthink many things, especially when it involves your business. Remember that social media is filled with noise. And even if you do it correctly, your message will be heard by some, but it will never be heard by all. So here are a few things to keep in mind. One Facebook post can take 15 seconds to create, and that's okay. Sometimes simply asking your audience a question or sharing a photo you've taken can end up being your most engaging post. So you want to make your post be curious. One of the biggest advantages to being a small business owner is that you're authentic to your brand. You want to be real, be honest, and don't just sell. Don't be buy my product. You want to get social, be yourself. Social media is supposed to be a conversation. And remember that most people are in a lighthearted mood when they're viewing social media, so your posts need to be personable and fun to truly grab their attention. Think about how your friends speak on Facebook. Your brand should not be much different, or your customers will ignore your posts. Remember that you are essentially interrupting your customers' Facebook feeds, so your content needs to fit in as well as it possibly can. Here's a fun tip. One of my followers retweeted on Twitter. I felt it was worth repeating. Your social media voice should be your voice after a glass of wine. But keep that in mind. It should only be one glass of wine, not 10. So whether it's a glass of wine or just a deep breath, make sure to start your experience relaxed. It's supposed to be fun, so stop overthinking. Remember, just like everything else, practice makes perfect. The more you practice scheduling content and finding curated content, the easier and faster it will be for you to find the content you're looking for. Craft a social post that will relate to your audience and schedule your content at the right time of day. Now you can begin to save time while implementing your social media marketing for your business. So what's next? First, you want to set up that RSS Reader and add blogs related to your business. You can even add folders for blogs related to your business. I know, we have a few eBay sellers out there. I have the eBay business blog in my RSS Reader so that it's tweeting out content for me automatically. And every time they put up a new blog post, it goes out automatically, and I use Tweet Feeder for that. As a reminder, the RSS Reader was originally mentioned was Feedly, though there are many other readers out there. Almost all are completely free, so try a few and see which interface you like the most. Next, download one content curation app and one social media management app. These will save you tons of time while on the go and make your social marketing so much easier while traveling. Flipboard is a fantastic app for curation, while the Buffer app can make managing your social media incredibly simple on your mobile device. I know one of them is $2.99. I can't remember which is which, but find the social media management tool that's right for you and begin using it at least twice a week. While you're setting it up, also set up an analytics report and have an email sent to you bi-weekly. If you're on your desktop a lot, you're going to want to set up a management tool that will help you keep in touch. Hootsuite and MarketMe Suite. They're both available. Two great options for social media management tools. And don't forget to check out my blog, of course. Set up your RSS Reader, download Curation app, set up social media, and check out powersellingmom.com. You can add an RSS when I put up a post, and then also for more future webinars, I have a webinar page as well if you want to check for future webinars that I'll be doing. And if you still don't have time, come and be in my club. It's free. I'm here to help, and I know I gave you a lot of information today. I know a lot of you, even with these tips, won't be able to have the time to do social media the way you want to. So don't be afraid to hire someone. We also have a large group of followers. So what I'm doing is I'm helping continually helping those that sign up with Constant Contact under my umbrella. So when you're under my umbrella in the Constant Contact platform, I will help you in all of these avenues, including eBay, for free. You would also become a part of my Facebook group, and where we share information amongst each other. It's facebook.com/group/ConstantContact1. You do have to be a subscriber of Constant Contact and in my umbrella to be in the group. And great news, there is also they're running a special right now that ends June 30th. So now is the time to take advantage of this and save 30% off on signing up. So please go to my URL so that I can get credit. It's powersellingmom.constantcontact.com, and then set up your trial and then contact me for the code, and I will get you set up under my network, and so that you can save 30% off, and we can even jump on the phone for a quick phone call, and I'd be happy to walk you through it because I am dedicated, especially the month of July. I put my eBay business on hold, and I dedicate myself to email marketing and assisting people in my network. So now I will go to Q&A. I will stop recording. Thank you so much for joining me. I will stop the recording and then I will answer questions. I see we have a few. Again, my name is Danna Crawford, and I look forward to seeing you curating content across all of the social sites and saving a ton of time.